As if the January 6th insurrectionists weren't bad enough, Donald Trump just announced an unthinkable pardon, and this one could lead to violence. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Since his returning to office, Donald Trump has passed out pardons and clemency left and right, often to the most odious people imaginable. The January 6th insurrectionists, former Illinois governor and fraudster Rod Blagojevich, and most recently, TV fraudsters Todd and Julie Crisley, and former Virginia Sheriff Scott Jenkins. Jenkins took bribes for making several businessmen into law enforcement officers without even bothering to train them. That's just great taste, isn't it? Trump never met a fraudster or a grifter he didn't love. Predictable. But moving on. Today's possible pardon is far more egregious. To understand it, first, we need to go back to Trump's first term and the year 2020. That was the time, of course, that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer rose to national prominence, and for some of the most unfortunate reasons imaginable.
The alleged plot nightmarish.
Earlier today, Attorney General Dana Nessel was joined by officials from the Department of Justice and the FBI to announce state and federal charges against 13 members of 2 militia groups who were preparing to kidnap and possibly kill me.
The FBI and state police seen here raiding a home and detaining an individual took action after the men met this week to exchange tactical gear and to pool their money to allegedly buy explosives. The mission? Attack the governor before Election Day. Authorities claim the planning was months in the making, with the men even going to the governor's vacation home twice to conduct surveillance. 2 of the suspects allegedly had a plan to create a diversion.
Discussed detonating explosive devices to divert police from the area of the home.
This was a highly dangerous group. They were well armed, they were training, they had a plan, and they were prepared to carry out their attack.
According to the FBI, the men were apparently angry because of Governor Whitmer's restrictions during the coronavirus pandemic, including those on gyms. Tensions have been high in Michigan for weeks, with militia members, some of them armed, at one point descending on the State House last spring, intimidating lawmakers. The FBI infiltrated and wiretapped one of the groups after getting a tip that the men were allegedly plotting against police and planning to attack the state capitol in an attempt to overthrow the government. With an informant listening in, they call Whitmer a tyrant. One of the suspects saying, "Snatch and grab the governor. Just grab the expletive." They allegedly wanted to take her to a secret location in Wisconsin for a trial that would end in execution.
That's just crazy, isn't it? It's like something out of the Turner Diaries. And if you don't know what that god-awful book is, just know that it fetishizes military violence, which is why far-right groups love it so much. But back to the Whitmer kidnapping. 13 men were charged as part of the conspiracy. Ultimately, 9 were convicted for their involvement in the plot. 2 of those men, Adam Fox and Barry Croft, were found guilty of federal crimes at trial. 2 others, Ty Garbin and Caleb Franks, pleaded guilty on federal charges. All 4 are currently rotting in prison, as they should be. Though, of course, Donald Trump doesn't agree. Speaking from the Oval Office earlier today, when asked about the 4 men serving federal sentences, Trump had this to say.
Go ahead, please.
Will you pardon the people who are accused of conspiring to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer?
I'm going to look at it. I will take a look at it. It's been brought to my attention. I did watch the trial. It looked to me like somewhat of a railroad job. I'll be honest with you. It looked to me like some people said some stupid things. You know, they were drinking, and I think they said stupid things. But I'll take a look at that. And a lot of people are asking me that question from both sides, actually. A lot of people think they got railroaded. A lot of people think they got railroaded. And probably some don't. One more.
Feeling great yet? Or are you just feeling nauseous? If the latter is the case, then congratulations. That just means you're still alive and have a moral and patriotic compass. And in case you need further evidence, Donald Trump lacks that simple human decency. Seriously, is this where we're at? The man is willing to pardon lunatics because they targeted someone he doesn't like politically? That is a frightening development. If he pardons these men, more violence will ensue, if for no other reason, but because the crazies will think Trump will pardon them no matter what they do. At which point, the entire criminal justice system will have been compromised. And to think, this is the same Republican Party that criticized Bill Clinton for pardoning his brother on drug charges. Now Trump says he will pardon violent criminals because he likes their politics? What kind of precedent would that set? This is Donald Trump's America, a place where corruption knows no bounds, where cronyism derives policy, and where the justice system is weaponized against innocent people and rigged in favor of criminals. If Trump moves forward with these pardons, every law enforcement officer, every district attorney in the country will become targets of retribution. It doesn't matter if Trump actually pardons them in the long run. Seeing other criminals pardoned will be all the motive they need to stage more plots like the one against Gretchen Whitmer. Lord help us all. This is Occupy Democrats.